Okay. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. It's good to be back in this room. It's good to be back doing this. Did they give you weird looks when you bought them? Yeah, of course. My mom, like I try to avoid showing this figure, but you know, it is what it is. At the end, my mom was just kind of like, "This is to be expected." I also got the sender sticker. I'm trying to think if I want to stick it on my PC down here, on my laptop over there, or if I want to stick it on my PlayStation 5. I also have some standees in the back that you cannot see, but yeah. Tomorrow I'm actually gonna wear some of the merch I got as well. Like I got a hoodie from Nesse, one of my streamer friends. I got some jogging pants from Cinder. Hey, you Gasabomb. I'm just gonna call you. By the way, welcome to the Fluff. I'm gonna call you Casabon because it makes you sound like a like I don't know. It just makes you sound suave. So that's how I call Zeno because like that gives him power, and Casabon just sounds cool. But welcome. I'm gonna start reading very soon. Just want to like wait a little bit, get some chatting done. Elon tweeted, "I love Donald as a straight man can love another man." Yeah, I feel bad for everything's going on in the U.S., but I'm not gonna go into that political aspect because I want to live my life. I don't really want politics to take over my life. But yes, how about we can see the SCP logo, yeah. How about Casabon, Zeno, everybody else who has joined? But we get started, shall we? It's been a while. Okay, so the first SCP we're gonna read today is by Tafetta, which is also called. That person also is called Dr. Adile Kayam. I hope I said that correctly. I'm unsure. But by the way, I need to reread another SCP because I did promise that for a subscriber special, and we got past that subscriber amount on YouTube a while back, and I haven't recorded yet, so I have to actually sit down and do that. But yes, this is the first SCP of theirs that we get to read. They have a couple in the series. Couple in the series 3 and a couple in the series 4. So yeah, let's see. This one is called Undo It, Retry It. Well, I'd rather not. If I had to undo all my SCP reading and retry it all, I would lose my mind. And I do realize that this moment right here, my window, let me just flip it. There we go. Now it looks like we're reading it. Now it looks like we're looking at the text. Okay. Let's go. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-2370 is to be contained in standard type B humanoid cell. Also, by the way, due to popular demand, well, not really, one person. They did say they liked that Silver is walking around in the comm section, so she's back. It should be contained in a standard type B humanoid cell and a body temperature sensor configured to alert security should SCP-2370 attempt to use its anomalous ability to breach containment. Do I have my box, by the way, close? I don't know. I do not, because I might have to clean this. If SCP-2370's body temperature rises above 39.5 degrees Celsius, SCP-2370 should immediately be sedated and treated for symptoms of hypothermia. Following Is this the second one that has to do with like temperature and like how like some even at like high temperature they get hypothermia? Following testing, it is assumed that at some point in the future, SCP-2370 will disappear in order to courier the requested item to its past self. This should be treated as normal, as SCP-2370 will return to containment sometime later. The title already gives me the time loop vibes. The title already gives me time. I see what you did there. You posted twice. Zeno, if you're stuck in a time loop, I'm sorry, I can't do anything. I cannot help you. I'm a simple mere human being. Somebody on my most recent SCP that came out on YouTube. Is it the most recent? No, second most recent. Which is shut up, stomach. Which is 2172, which is, you know, the stoplight with the Vatican, the connector to the Vatican. Somebody commented, "Selling your soul to always win wars is kind of sad, man." And I said, I agree. I sold my soul to read every single SCP, and that's a lot more worth it. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel like now, right now. I'm like, I gave my soul away for this, but I'm happy. I'm happy to do this. All right, let's see what happens here. Description: SCP-2370 is an Asian male of Indonesian Chinese descent, 27 years of age, and 174 centimeters in height. His face has been disfigured heavily by a bladed object. SCP-2370 has been unwilling to divulge the circumstances on which it has occurred. Radio and X-ray imaging indicate that SCP-2370's back has been implanted with several devices resembling sensors connected to SCP-2370's spinal cord. The heat dissipating from said device, designated -A, is believed to be the cause of SCP-2370's body temperature being elevated to 38.9 degrees Celsius, as opposed to the typical 37 degrees Celsius. And we love you. I appreciate that, my man. I appreciate it. So, somebody's gotta do it. SCP-2370 has demonstrated the ability to initiate causal loops where it can effectively obtain items and information from the future, which are couriered. Let me read that again. SCP-2370 has demonstrated the ability to initiate causal loops where it can effectively obtain items and information from the future, which are couriered by its future self. It's kind of like No Time to Explain, you know that game? Where somebody it's like, there's no time to explain, I'm you from the future. No wait, it's the other way around. I'm you from the future, there's no time to explain, and then they get like attacked by something, and then the present self has to save your future self. So that's how it kind of feels. And the titles always give. We lost Seno, people. Oh well. In order to create such a loop, SCP-2370 enters a state where its body temperature steadily increases before suddenly returning to baseline. Immediately following this, its future self will appear to give SCP-2370 the items it requested. Which story was it that said like how like teleporting or time traveling heats the body up first and then like instantly cools it down? And I think I read that, I saw that somewhere maybe. So I wonder if that's like inspired this a little bit. Also, I just realized I don't have my music down here. How are people supposed to know what I'm listening to right now? Let's see here. Why? There we go. That's why. I hate time paradoxes because they're too confusing. Basically, do not meet yourself. Because you might implode the world. As a result of this, SCP-2370 will often disappear from containment to facilitate closing of the loop. SCP-2370 appears entirely unable to control the length over which the loop takes place, suggesting that it does not possess any precognitive abilities. The length of the loop in question appears to be proportional to the increase in body temperature, meaning that the scope of SCP-2370's ability is effectively limited by the risk of hypothermia. I like them because they are confusing. Oh, okay. I think time paradoxes are a very interesting topic to discuss, because I feel like there's so many aspects of it that people like to talk about, and the clash of opinions on it is also just fascinating to watch. Like, it's like some people say like, oh, this is how it works, and it's like, well, how do you know for sure, because it never happened, right? So it's always fun to see what people think about them. Well, that's because I have a fish brain and you don't. I wouldn't say you have a fish brain. But I would say, at the end, like, it's just not your thing, right? There's probably other things where you like, I know everything about it. And I'll be like, I don't. When returning to the past, SCP-2370 is completely unable to perform any actions that would be secondary to returning the requested items, such as informing its past self about events from the future when the material item is requested. Following the completion of this task, it will immediately return to its prior physical and temporal location. See Document A, Experiment Log, for further details. And then here we have Discovery Log. SCP-2370 came to the Foundation attention following serial reports of it cloning itself on it accosted Foundation staff members Mirna Kalagan and Alexander Sukarno using a rifle before being taken into custody by Foundation guards. It was later found that SCP-2370 had used its anomalous abilities to obtain a rifle and a keycard from a guard discovered when SCP-2370 willingly surrendered both items during its attainment. In response, a general warning was issued to personnel requiring the use of supplied lanyards to hold keycards. My SB knowledge, yeah! My math knowledge, oh. Yeah, there you go. Speaking of which, let me do something with silver real quick. Here we go. Alright. Let's go. Yeah. A search of its personal possession turned up a USB drive containing approximately 13 gigabytes of notes about its anomalous abilities, among them a 34-page paper detailing a theoretical basis for the function of -A. This document may be accessed at document-ex collated notes. Addendum 1. SCP-2370 was involved in several incidents in which it attempted to breach containment but abruptly ceased to attempt for unknown reasons. The incidents are listed below. So here are the incidents. We have 3 of them. Number 1. The use of a previously unnoticed flaw in the electronic locks of the door to its cell to exit the chamber. Despite breach alarms sounding, the chamber doors for chamber 39, 43, and 48 failed to automatically seal as per standard breach protocol. This issue has been addressed by maintenance teams. Number 2. The successful escape of the containment chamber by detaching a weakened air vent grate and exiting the chamber, before defacing a backup generator with a mixture of standard rations and water. Inspection revealed that accelerated wear and tear induced by exposure to a temporal anomaly would have resulted in the failure of the generator within a month of the time of inspection, leading the replacement of the generator. See Breach Event 9/8/2009-24 for further details. And number 3, an escape attempt using a containment breach as cover for its activities. During the event, SCP-2370 appeared to demonstrate knowledge of the anomalous properties of several SCP objects hosted at the same site, and appeared to actively assist in recontainment of said objects. Post-breach review showed several negligent behaviors conducted by multiple staff members, all who have been reprimanded for such behavior. Okay. A guy teaming with his future self to get out of dangerous situation would be a sick movie, though. Honestly, yeah. I don't think Terminator has gone that far yet. We had technically, like, you know, we had John Connor going back in time to save somebody, but not himself. So it does exist a little bit, but yeah, it's not full on. Like, it's not the same person. We don't have that yet. We don't have that yet. It would be kind of cool. Technically, the Flash. The Flash has done it in a couple of comics, but yeah. But I do think it would be a cool idea for a movie. Just like, I mean, that's exactly how time paradoxes happen. But and Back to the Future was almost there, but like Doc did say, don't look at you, don't meet with yourself. Okay, addendum 2. During weekly medical examination, SB2370 showed symptoms of radiation poisoning, specifically by 137 CS. Despite radiologist's treatment, its physical condition continued to deteriorate. It was later identified that the source of the cesium was a leak in -A. Notably, SB2370 appears to have predicted this event in document -EX, despite the aforementioned lack of precognitive abilities. After approval from the O5 Council and the Ethics Committee, -A was recovered and SB2370 redesignated as -N with E-class privileges. Holy shit, man, did you get a haircut? Where's the AfroFluff title drop? Yeah. The Afro right now has been weakened. But trust me, the power will come back. The fluff will return. Addendum 3. Following the confirmation of several theories proposed in document -EX, a proposal to attempt to replicate -A using the notes was passed and designated Project Vonnegut. In order to test the function of the device, designated -, is that Omega? I still don't know my Greek alphabets yet. It was planted into containment specialist Alexander Sukarno due to the requirement for a staff member with knowledge of the theory and function of temporal anomalies. Conspec Sukarno was then was then instructed to make a minor change to the timeline using -Omega with SB2400. We are very close to the 2400, by the way. We're getting there. Used to determine whether or not the device worked due to its causal isolation properties. Oh wait, that was Howard saying, "Did I get a haircut?" On my side, maybe not for you guys' side, but Howard and Zeno's text is both red and they have the exact same length, so I just thought it was Zeno. Hey Howard, how you doing? It's been a few busy weeks of doom scrolling, poor scheduling decision. Well, welcome, dude. Welcome. We are still on the first one, so you haven't missed much. However, during the experiment, the device appeared to malfunction. Sukarno is presumed dead and the device destroyed. During a search of the archives located in SB2400, the following document was found in the archive despite not being initially placed into the archive. Investigation into the source of this document is ongoing. What doom scrolling? The doom scrolling. Is there any? Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think there is any other one, yeah. It just depends on, like, I mean, yeah, anything that negatively impacts you is, oh, you don't know what doom scrolling is? It basically just means, like, you're going through a feed of news or videos that are on purposely gonna make you angry, disappointed, sad. And, like, instead of, you know, stopping yourself from watching it, you just keep on scrolling and taking more and more negative it's just negative information, argument into yourself. Anything that just impacts you negatively and you just keep on looking more and more for it, that's doom scrolling. If it's on purpose or an accident, both count. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. It's a spiral of doom. That's another way to say it. Yeah, I scroll through Twitter. Yeah, see, scrolling through Twitter is already a mistake. Because Twitter in itself is no matter how much you try to follow topics or franchises that you like as a person, there's always going to be people ready to just ruin what you enjoy. So I try to avoid scrolling on Twitter as much as possible. It's getting bad out there. After I saw Hitler that with yeah, no, I know. I try to like avoid it. I'm trying to be with my friends and family and people I like care about, and avoid like scrolling through. You know, avoid scrolling through Twitter, specifically Twitter. Twitter is the worst case. That's why I go on Blue Sky, or that's why I got myself a extension where a lot of that bullshit gets like sifted out, so I don't have to like deal with that. After breach analysis report 15/7/2013-24. This first one is taking us way too long to read. Exasperating. Elon doing the quote-unquote Roman salute. Yeah, that is bullshit. Most Europeans can tell you right now that's some bullshit. Exasperating factors identified. Security officers Rivers had lost his key card and spent a quarter of an hour attempting to locate it, leaving only one guard manning the security feeds. This resulted in his shift partner, Officer Elliott, failing to notice the signs of SCP eroding the material of its containment chamber. The use of provided notes could have prevented this incident. Well, anyway, let's not talk about that. I'm here to distract you guys from the doom scrolling. Let's have some fun time with SCP. Let's not go into that aspect, because that's like a 7-hour discussion. And that's not going. It's going to make us all feel bad. While the effects of SCP would normally have been suppressed by the backup exacts array, the failure of backup generated 23 to 8A were resulted in the array also being destroyed in the breach. Maintenance crews failed to take into account the time dilation effects of the SCP object, leading to its premature failure. Researcher Callaghan attempted to contain SCP and SCP alone, with assistance failing to arrive prior to SCP temporal distortion abilities activating, leading to a spontaneous decomposition. Standard breach protocol indicates that personnel should not attempt to recontain any SCP objects without assistance from other staff, preferably containment engineers. The failure of Euclid Wing Containment Chamber 48 self-sealing functions led to the breach of SCP, which proceeded to directly kill 46 staff members. This was significantly greater than the projected figure of 12, which assumed the multi-level containment chamber would automatically seal all entryways. It was later identified that a serial fault in the wiring across several electronic entryways led to this failure. It is assumed that all maintenance personnel regularly revise their knowledge of containment apparatus recalls. Due to the release of SCP and its break into Experimentation Room 19, Project Vonnegut's initial test failed due to the interaction between both temporal anomalies. The resultant temporal distortion field led to the deaths of an additional 16 personnel. As no such breach was recorded, it has been theorized that the effective erasure of this event from the timeline may have been the result of Project Vonnegut's initial test. However, the low chance of containment specialist Sukarno's survival makes this theory highly unlikely. And here we have, look at little Silver. She's cleaning the screen. She's cleaning all the filth of you guys' life. She's doing a hard day's job. I'm actually gonna quote Zeno on my Twitter thing. A man getting help, a person getting help from their future self to avoid dangerous situations would be a dope movie. There. That's from Zeno, not me. That's his words, and it's good words. All right. But yeah, okay. Undo it and retry it, huh? Like I said, I don't want to undo and retry all this. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if like I mean, if my channel, if my Dr. AfroFluff channel got deleted, and if my AfroFluff channel got deleted with all my SCP reading material on it vanished, I would not restart. I would just continue. I would just continue where I left off, and I would just say, yeah, I read the first 2000s, and you just gotta believe me. The good thing is, I still have all the thumbnails, so there is still evidence that I have at least read a certain amount. So yeah, but like I said, I would not reread everything. Imagine if your future self came to you and just blasted your mind. And totally just blasted your mind with the whole SCP database, and you just quit. Oh yeah, it's just like they just gave me somehow. They just transferred the knowledge of the SCP entirety. Not only the SCPs that we have now, but also all the future ones into my head. I'll be like, guys, I know them all now. It's been nice. It's been nice. But I'm done. And everybody's like, what? You haven't even read the... No, I know what it's all about. I'm done. There's nothing more to gain. I have to wait till Series 30 is out. And then I'll maybe come back. Yeah, I would... I think you guys would hate that more than I did. I would just be like, well, I know it all now. And, yeah, bye. That just means I would just replace Saturday and Sunday with gaming streaming instead of reading. But then everybody was like so used to me having SCP reading on Saturday and Sunday. Be like, what the? What happened? How did we miss this? You would have to read Project Erospore, whatever. It's Isoropi. Okay.